5. This is 6, and Pakistan have won.
Australia have won the World Cup of 2007. Australia are the World Cup champions of 1999.
What a victory for the Sri Lankans. A fantastic effort.
Pakistan win the World Cup. A magnificent performance.
Here's the man who's been largely responsible for it over the last.
The first World Cup. That is Australia's joy. And England.
Welcome to another episode of Match Point, and you are watching Season 2 Global T20 Cricket Comes Home, and we have another exciting and very, very honorable guest with us today. And who's this, Dr. Adnan? Gonna tell you.
Guest is very special, and where you can watch us on the official app of the GT20, which is commonly available on the Android and the Apple stores, and also on the gt20.ca easily. These programs will be coming soon to you, but this superstar is really a superstar of his own kind. If you remember the aura of the late 90s and the early 2000s, you can't miss him. One of the most destructive batsmen of his time. One of the nightmare of the bowlers when the innings comes to the 18 to 20 balls at the end of the game. We will all talk about the stuff. Arguably one of the first white ball specialists in the destruction in the late overs. Although we know that earlier the great patch doing this in the 92 and obviously the Indian Shrikant doing it in the late 80s. But this phenomena at the end of the innings, this was not very familiar in those days. Those were the days when he set an example that how to finish the game and how to change the game for the team. Cold reactions, stunning looks, hard looks on the bowler, of the never mercy, baseball style backlift and going to kill the bowler. He was the wisdom cricketer of the year 2000, and he was also the man of the tournament of the 1999 Cricket World Cup, and the most known person in that World Cup 1999. Here we have in our show and on the sets of Match Point, Lance Klusner from South Africa. Hello Lance, how are you?
Hello, thank you. Yes, thank you for having me.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Thank you. Cheers. Excellent.
Yes, Lance, first of all, welcome to the Canada, and tell us something about your trip to the Canada. Is it the first time?
I think this is the first time for you.
Yeah, first time. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. It's just got that beautiful look outside. I look outside my window, it looks a little bit like England for me. I haven't been here before. I always look outside and I think, gee, I need a jacket or something, but the weather's been beautiful. So yeah, so far so good.
You need to wear a jacket next month for
Yes,
sure.
I'm going home soon, so maybe I'll get away without a jacket.
Yeah. Okay, so so far, what about the league? Season 2. What's your opinion about it?
Yeah, brilliant. I wasn't here, last year, but certainly what I've seen has been great, and I just see it going from strength to strength. Yeah, everything's been good. Nice to have everybody staying in the same hotel as well to catch up with a few buddies. But absolutely, I've been amazed, and I continue to be amazed every day. It's been fantastic.
So you're eyeing towards season 3 as well?
If anybody needs me.
Sure, okay.
Before going to the season 2, first we will see him in the Euro Slam. So we will discuss that Euroslam, and then we will jump to the season 3 is still so far. Anyways, and I'm getting nostalgic, and obviously I will be discussing some things with Lance which you guys want to know. I have lot of messages on my Facebook when I told about the Lance Klusner. They want to ask some memories, and for sure I'm gonna ask. But first of all, one question which we were been asked to the Lance thousands of times, but again I will ask Lance, the bat you were using in those days. Everyone knows from the EAWAZ Ahmed from the Pakistan and some of the guys using the heavy bat. When it was asked to you various times, you were saying, I'm very much casual, walking to the stores, lifting the bat, anything which suits me. But tell me, was there something special in your bat? We heard of that you were using the 2-pound bat and also having the fiberglass back at the gloves and to grip the bat. And what was that special stuff? Tell us something about that.
I think bats and those kind of things are quite personal. So whatever works for me may not necessarily work for somebody else. But 2 pounds and 14 ounces was about right for me, and I enjoyed just walking in the shops, whether it was India or Pakistan, and just trying to find something that suited me. So that was part of the fun, and nothing in particular. If it felt good, it was good to go.
Yeah, and the Lance, obviously, when we are having you on those sets, I'm getting nostalgic for the 1999. 1999 World Cup, memories for us, lot of memories. What a World Cup that was, and what a, except the end, what a terrific move for you, having the man of the matches. I think 4 man of the matches in a row, except the Zimbabwe match, if I remove that match. But in that overall World Cup, Lance was having 17 wickets and 250 runs, including the 2 half centuries for the Springboks, putting his team all the way on the front, putting them in the Super 6 and later on to the semi-finals. And as I told you, the 4 consecutive awards for the Lance. The second semi-final which was played at the Edgbaston match, and that still reminds me, you guys put Australia on the hold, and Stephen Waugh already threatened off the Springboks, and the quite decent total, I think 215 or something like that, and you need to chase down. And when you came to the crease, at that time I think that was 175 for 6 when last you came, and then you took the tail along with you, and then going to the last over along with Alan Donald, and then the 2 consecutive strokes for the 9 runs needed in the 1 over and the 2 fours. Lance, what happened? What was that tragedy?
What a game to be involved in, to be honest. I thought we did quite well to get as deep as we did. We had a solid start, lost our way in the middle, and as you said, we needed quite a bit of work to do before when I got to the crease. Managed to get close, but not close enough. I think throughout that World Cup we were our own worst enemy. We didn't really get enough runs on the board for most of the competition, so eventually came unstuck. Maybe just a little bit rushed to get a single done, in hindsight. But in saying that, there definitely was an opportunity for a single. So, I said to Al, maybe we should take that opportunity. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. In hindsight, as I said, that's easy. It's 20/20 vision. You can just stay and hit the next one for 4. You can get out, and people say, why didn't you run the ball before? So what a game to be involved in. One of the great one-day games of all time.
And Lance, don't you think that South Africa, who are having that tag of choking in the crucial matches and the crunch matches, especially in the semi-finals of the leagues or the semi-finals of the Champions Trophy or the World Cup matches, don't you believe that was the best ever time when South Africa could have clinched the trophy? Henry Cronje, rest in peace, because you were going to face Pakistan, and you had beaten Pakistan in the 13 consecutive games on the trot since 5 years, and Pakistan was not able to win the game.
Yeah, look, I mean, we all know Pakistan, if they pitch up and all want to play on one day, it's almost impossible to beat them, and they can pitch up on another day and not be as good. So you never know, they're like a box of chocolates, as they say, but always tough opposition. I think we let ourselves down in the game against Zimbabwe, where it meant us having to play Australia twice. So again, our own worst enemy. but yeah, you know, if you want to win the World Cup, you need to beat the best teams. You need to beat the best teams in the world. And unfortunately, twice in a row, we couldn't do that against Australia.
And especially your coach at that time, rest in peace, Bob Woolmer, he used to say about the Edgbaston match and that usually the teams here chasing only 5 times winning the game. So was this the factor that was in the back of the Springboks, or this was ringing in their ears? Once I heard that Darren Cullinan, he also he was remembering this stuff, that Bob was the one to declare this thing before the game, or in those days, that the chasing has always been very less familiar on the ground of Edgbaston.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm a coach and I wouldn't want to tell the players that basically if we lose the toss, we lose the game.
Oh, yeah.
So, but certainly it was a dry summer. I mean, they had the best spinner in the world in Shane Warne, so it was always going to be a battle. The ball started to spin. And you know, I think he got 3 or 4 wickets, so it was always going to be tough.
And as a coach, Lance, as you were a coach over here in the G220, we will talk about your coaching stints. But previously in the past, when we heard that you were given the task for the Bangladesh, but later on you were not that much happy, or family was in the stress that you will go far away in the subcontinent and coming back. So later on you also worked for the Dolphins,
Sure.
for the same team you were playing in your peak days. So how was these coaching experiences, and later on the coaching the Dolphin, the same team where you were playing, how was the feeling, and what about the coaching stuff?
Yeah, I was lucky to, when I finished my career, get an opportunity with Mumbai Indians. So I spent 3 years there, and then, you know, dabbled a little bit. I couldn't spend the time that Bangladesh needed me in for their bowling coach, so that I couldn't do. But you know, in saying that, I had a lovely opportunity with the Dolphins. I spent four good years there, and nice to go back, and you know, I think be one of the first to go back, and or be the first to go back as a player and win a trophy, and to do it as a coach as well. So that gave me a lot of satisfaction as well. And you know, they got a soft part of my heart. I played for them for probably 25 years, so to go back and coach them was a wonderful privilege for me.
And here in the GT20, now Brampton Wolves, this is the most famous franchise right now in the local population, and also one of the best franchise. We are seeing the local talent as well as the marquee players, international players, including Lala the Boom Boom, lot of stuff. So where you are looking your franchise, and what are your mind where you are looking at the end of the league, and where you see the Brampton Wolves, because this is a brand new franchise. This was
year.
not been involved in the last season 1.
Yeah, to be honest, we haven't really looked past the next game. Gets a little bit complicated how things work after the league stage. So yeah, we just want to get through 5 games and see where we finish and see what we need to do next. I don't like to get too ahead of ourselves. We've been off to a good start. So you know, if we can have a good weekend this weekend, that'll be great, and we'll finish off in a decent place, and hopefully that'll give us I guess an easier way forward. But yeah, we're just over halfway, so it's very tough to you know, look too far ahead. The most important thing is tomorrow. If we can have a good day tomorrow, then we'll see what Sunday brings.
And Lance, also after this league, and there's a hectic travel for you. You will go back to the South Africa, and then you will be traveling back to the Europe, because in the Euroslam, first ever time is being introduced to the Europe, that the 3 different countries the league will be playing, it will be happening. So what about the Glasgow Giants? Are you prepared mentally? Have you worked upon that league, or have you worked upon your team, or yet figuring out what to do?
Yeah, we had a good auction. So we assembled a really good team, good competitive team, good experience. Brendan McCullum and Dale staying in there. So we had a decent draft. Yeah, and it seems like it's going to be really well executed. We've got a management group going. So yeah, we just stay in touch and see how we go. But the focus is obviously on Canada right now. You know, there's still a month to go really. So yeah, we've got a great management team there that'll take care of the most and allow me to do what I need to do over here.
Teammate and the friends, they say him Zulu. What does this mean? From the tribe from where you are, or like?
Yeah, it is, and you know, I learned to speak the language when I was young. So yeah, I speak it practiced as good as English, I guess. And we had Malcolm Marshall come and play with us when I was making my way. I don't think he could say Klusner, but he could say Zulu. So that's where it came from, So it just comes from, growing up amongst the Zulu people, speaking the language.
Part of the cricket, you were quite busy, South African cricketers, in the hunting and the fishing. Mostly in the fishing. We are seeing the Dale Steyn occasionally over the fishing, but we have heard about Zolo that you are an avid hunter also. So what are the instincts of the hunting?
Look, I just like to spend my time out in the woods, fishing and getting out into nature. So whenever I get that opportunity, I do that. We're very privileged back home as well to have some wonderful places to go, and the famous Big Five animals that we've got, dangerous animals there. So yeah, that's always nice to go out and have a look and to spend some time away from
the nature.
Yeah, and just spend some time away from work, really, Right. So we're very privileged. It's not far from home back in South Africa. So hour or two and you're in the jungle.
Lance, in the beginning of the show, I just asked you, and I was telling the audience and our fans, all the fans who are following Lance Klusener and the GT20, that your role as the finisher in the South Africa in those days in the late 90s. Can you just describe us that what was the thing which motivated you as a finisher? As I was reading some articles and I was seeing that you were never interested in opening the South African batting. You said anyone can open, but I could have been the one who wants to finish, and I have heard that you were practicing about 500 to 600 balls per day. Wow, take a bow. 500 to 600 balls per day.
Yeah, I think leading up to 97, 98, I was injured, so I had the opportunity to practice quite a lot, used the bowling machine a lot. So yeah, 500, 600 balls was about right. I reckon if I did one in the game. So just honing skills, really. It's the same as anything. If you want to get rid of bad habits or hone a certain technique, you have to do it thousands and thousands of times, and which I did. So it wasn't just pitch up to the game and just get it right. There was a lot of preparation that had gone into there, and hours spent in the nets where no one else was watching. So yeah, it didn't just happen. Normally great performances have taken a lot of preparation.
Yeah. Before taking a short break, and then we will come on the final round, straight drive and the rapid fire we will do and the Canadian challenge also we are going on the GT20 application and the GT20.ca you are going to see Lance Klusener. But before going to the break, the last question regarding the nostalgic feelings of the 1999 which was coming to my mind, and I thought that when Lance will be coming, I will be definitely asking this question. Lance, in the game before the semi-final, I think that game was in the Headingley Leeds.
Yeah.
When you were playing against Australia, and both were the almost one-out games for the South Africa. And Australian skipper Stephen Waugh, he was also on quite distress after losing the beginning initial games, and he has told Ian Chappell in the post-match conference that I want to win next 7 games in a row. 20th June is in my game plan, he told. And his plan was working perfectly what I said. He told that 20th June is the game plan and like that. But when Australia was versus South Africa in the game before semi-final, when Stephen Waugh, he was dropped on the 5 by the Herschel Gibbs, that was the crunch factor of the game. I think South Africa would have taken the game and easily would have been knocked Australia out of the World Cup. And Australia would even not have been playing the semi-final. That was a bad luck. We were hearing those days that the Steve called him Herschel Gibbs and pointed the bat towards him, and he said, "Son, you didn't drop the catch, you dropped the World Cup." So what was this theory? Did he say on the field this thing?
I'm not sure, but knowing Steve is a cheeky guy and he could have slipped it in there. Why not, I mean, he was on a roll, he was confident, and if he did, gee, one of the best comments I've ever heard, but I didn't hear it personally.
Yeah.
But he was cheeky, so he could easily slipped it in there.
And Australian chief already warned him by the other ways that if you are going to lose the World Cup, you are going to lose the captaincy. And what a nice comeback for the Stephen Waugh. Anyways, we will have some more time with Lance. Here we have to take a short break, and after the break, when we will come back, we will start the rapid fire with Lance Klusener. Stay tuned to the GT20.ca. Keep watching our mobile app GT20 on Androids and iPhones. I'm Dr. Adnan. You are watching Match Point.
welcome back to Match Point, and we're gonna play Straight Drive with Lance. So, are you ready, Lance?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Surprise me.
So, who's your favorite singer?
Sing a Nickelback. I like it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Favorite movie?
Top Gun.
Favorite spot in America and Canada?
Favorite spot in America and Canada. I enjoyed New York.
Favorite ground?
Newlands, Cape Town.
Okay. Your favorite food?
Indian.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Favorite destination holiday?
Probably somewhere in South Africa where I can do some fishing and some shooting.
Okay. Your best habit?
Best habit. It's a good one. I always like to smell good.
Oh, okay. Your worst one?
My worst habit. That's yeah. Normally don't wear closed shoes. I'm normally in these.
Okay, so I was going to ask you that of course, you are doing shopping. So what else do you buy beside clothes and shoes?
I have to buy clothes and shoes because my bag hasn't come for a week. so that's why I've been for shopping. But
Okay. Otherwise, you're not a shopping guy.
not really. But I mean, there's some wonderful places, some wonderful shops and things we don't get back home. So yeah, I spent the day in the shops. But yeah, mainly because my bag hasn't arrived yet.
Okay, wish you best of luck for that. Okay, so suppose you are in 1920, not 2020. So if you have to, like, what one thing you're gonna do for today's time?
If it was 1920,
Yes.
I'd be so happy to be rid of my cell phone.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great answer. Okay, so imagine if you have a superhero power for one day. So what kind of superhero you want to be and why?
I'd like to be invisible.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's great. Thank you so much.
Couple of places I'd like to be a fly on the wall. Just walk in there and hear what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, so you have some kind of detective nature too.
Yeah, maybe.
Spy. Okay, thank you so much, Lance.
And now we are going to do a rapid fire at the end, and we will try to bolt out Zulu in the last 18 to 20 balls. Hopefully he will not hit a 6. Best batsman you have ever bowled?
I would say Yuvraj Singh because here he is right now. I'm under pressure. I would have to. He hit 6 sixes in a game as well, so I'd have to say him.
Yeah, that was the angle. That was the angle of the Stuart Broad. Best bowler you have ever faced?
Shane Warne probably.
Worst batsman you have ever faced?
Worst batsman?
Who's the number 11?
Oh, gee.
Your friends were telling
I
me
used to
about
bat
Murli,
number 11.
along with the Malcolm Marshall.
Only because he wouldn't bat 11. I had to bat 11. I'm gonna burn Alan Donald.
Worst bowler you have ever faced?
Ooh, there've been a few. Try and find somebody that you may know. I'm going to burn him as well. Pat Simcox.
Pat Simcox. That's better. Yep. Imran Khan, Kapil Dev, Ian Botham, Sir Richard Headley. Your pick.
Imran Khan.
Imran Khan. If you have to face Michael Holding, Andy Roberts, Jewel Gardner, Malcolm Marshall in the last 18 to 20 balls, whom you will avoid?
Malcolm Marshall and Joel Garner.
Because of the height.
One short one, one long one.
If you would not have a tractor, you would have?
If I was not a
Cricketer.
Farmer.
Your best roommate?
Neil Mackenzie.
Your worst roommate?
Neil Mackenzie.
Your favorite captain?
Hansie Cronje. Malcolm Marshall.
Rest in peace, Hansie. And your favorite Pakistan and Indian captain.
Ooh, Pakistan. Inzamam had something about him.
And the India?
Probably Kapil Dev.
Kapil Dev. Brian Lara or Sachin Tendulkar?
Ooh. Brian Lara.
Shoaib Akhtar or Brett Lee?
Shoaib Akhtar.
David Gower, Javed Miandad, Sunil Gavaskar and Alan Border. Your pick.
Alan Border.
A.B. de Villiers, Corey Anderson, Shahid
A.B.
Khan
de
Afridi.
Villiers.
A.B. de Villiers. All the way. A.B. all the way. New Zealand, when New Zealand will win the World Cup?
One day. After South Africa.
When South Africa will finish choking in the World Cup?
After New Zealand, before New Zealand does.
When Pakistan will beat India in a World Cup game?
Never.
Last question in this. 2015 World Cup semi-final and the 1999 semi-final. Which was the closest shot for the South Africa?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Too close to read. Probably 99, maybe, probably. But gee, 2015 is right in there as well. Tough to call.
So, the last 1 minute with the last closer on this official app. Hope you would have enjoyed our show, but we won't let him go without playing the 1 minute Canadian challenge. And we will be seeing that how much Canadian he is in these days after losing his
You
bag.
should know that he's in the Canada for the first time.
Yeah, he's in the Canada for the first time, but
Yes.
he's getting Canadian.
Give me a
now.
chance. Give me a chance.
What is the color of the maple leaf on the Canadian flag? Red or white?
Red.
Canadians call a $1 coin a loonie. What do you call $2 coin? Boonie or a toonie?
A toonie.
Toonie. Canada is the largest producer of which syrup? Maple or a golden?
Maple.
How many times Canada participated in the Cricket World Cup? 2, 3, 4. How many times Canada played in the World Cup?
Two.
2. Canada is the world's second largest country by land. True, false?
Yeah, true.
True. After Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day is the most popular day in Canada. What do Canadians eat on this day? Lamb or a turkey?
Turkey.
What's the capital of Canada?
Ottawa.
What is the most popular sport in Canada besides lacrosse? Ice hockey or soccer?
I'm going with ice hockey.
What kind of shops do Canada have the most?
Beautiful
Donut
shops.
Or donut or wine?
Donut.
Okay. So, what is Canada's second official language beside English? French or
French.
Spanish? Blue jay is a bird or animal?
Bird.
Which Canadian city leads in terms of tourism? Toronto or Niagara?
Ooh. It's not the same thing. Niagara, then I'll go.
Who is the
Okay.
champion of NBA?
Champion of NBA, I have no idea.
And you're not following basketball.
I don't follow basketball.
Okay.
I have
so
no idea.
Justin Trudeau or Justin Bieber?
Oh, if I'm in Canada, I'm going with Trudeau.
Thank
What
you
is the
so
first? Last question.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is the first coffee chain in Canada, the most popular? The Country Style or a Tim Horton?
Tim Horton, I think.
Tim Horton.
I'm not sure. I will go with that.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Lance.
you so
Thank you
much.
so much
Thank
of coming
you.
on our show.
Thank
and
you so
wish you
much.
good luck
Thank you.
in the next franchise when you will go to the Euroslam. And
Appreciate
best
that.
of luck for the future and for the family. Whatever you do is the best of luck. And pleasure to having you on the sets of Match Point.
My pleasure. Thank
This
you.
was Lance Cruiser, superstar from the South Africa and one of the best known names from his country and one of the best known names who raised the flag of the Springboks in his days. And we wish him good luck. And when I will be coming back, there will be another superstar with me. Who's superstar? Stay your fingers crossed. Till the next show, Dr. Adnan will be back on the Match Point on the same app, GT20.ca and the GT20 on the mobile apps of Android and the iPhones. Stay tuned and we will be on the next show with the next superstar. Take care. Bye-bye.
Fantastic.
Here's the man who's been largely responsible for us over the last
The first World Cup, that is Australia's joy and England